Hi and welcome back. Sorry it's been a while. I've had some other non-machining projects going on that have taken up my time. But today we're going to get back into it. We're working on the piston that will drive the hammer. There's a piston and a chamber essentially that's an expansion chamber for the gas. So right now I'm working on the end caps for it. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's our part, and I've got some layout lines done and the center points on the two spots where we're going to be We're going to cut halfway through this 3/8 plate and leave a boss sticking out that's the same diameter as the tubing that we're going to use. Give me just 1 second to find that piece of tubing. This is the tubing that we'll be using. Of course, a longer piece of it, but this is just a sample to get us going. So, to go ahead and get this centered in here, we're going to line it up, and to get it perfectly centered, we'll use an extra dead center. Put it right in the center punch mark. And bring the tailstock up to it. Get the carriage out of the way. And bring in an indicator. Once we've got that set up, we'll find one side here and set it to 0 and roll over to the other side, and we're at 18. So let's grab our chuck key again, and we're going to roll this back to 9 on the indicator. Try not to get my arm too much in the camera there, but unfortunately it's unavoidable. Okay, 9, that's half of the 18 it was out. And let's check it. Set it back to 0. Roll it over, it comes back to 0. That's 1/2. For this side, set 0 again, and roll it to 0, or roll it to the other side, and we're at 28. So we're going to go 14. Is what we're shooting for. So we'll loosen the back side a little, tighten the front, .14. Tighten the back up a little. All right. Reset 0. and it's back on 0. The whole thing is now moving a few tenths of a thousandth. So I think we're good. Let's go ahead and pull off the indicator, put it away. We can withdraw the tail stock and the dead center. All right. Find my, this is a cutter I've got made up that we're going to use for this particular, it's not built especially for this, but it's going to work pretty well for this, at least to get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit past center and then come back to take out the backlash, bring it up to right on center. We're going to set our knobs or our dials to 0. The diameter that we're shooting for is 1.372. So the half of that, the radius, is 0.686. So let's go ahead and dial that in. So there's 125, 250, 375, 500, 600 and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 6. We'll just make a little scratch mark to start with. Safety check just to make sure nothing's going to hit with that one jaw running wild out there. Looks like we're pretty close. So let's go ahead and plunge in. WD-40 going. Let's check it again. We're actually too small. Must have lost count somewhere in my turns. All right. So let's do this again. 5, 6, 6. we go. Now we're a little on the large side, and we can always trim that down when we get in. Go ahead and get it down to depth. Get a scratch here. Depth. And set another indicator on the carriage. Go to 0.187. So let's try our ring and see how we're doing. Too big. Good. You can always take more off. Man, hit it right on. Okay. We're also going to try and put in an O-ring groove. Now there's going to be two tubes on here, one here, one here. And this is one end cap. We'll have another end cap at the other end. The tubes will be roughly 10 inches. But let's start with this. Let's go ahead and put our O-ring in. Now I have made up a special cutter for that. It's this little fella right here. Get it in and get it up on center. Okay. Try. Grab an O-ring. Come on. Get in there. And try our ring again. That is perfect. I'm going to throw one more ring below this one to seal against the bottom, just as a extra precaution. Okay, might do that later. For right now, we're good with one. All right, we're going to take it off this side and go do the other side. Remove our little cutter so it doesn't get in the way. Again, we're going to place the dead center right in the dead center. And put the tailstock on it, carriage back, put our indicator back on. Okay, now we're going to drill the holes that we need to attach both end plates to the cylinders. All right. I'm going to start off with getting lined up on my end here. I'll switch the kick to the side and set your dial to 0. Try it one more time just for good luck. Then we're going to go in $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, $100, and $10, $25. It should be, actually, no, 200 and $250 should be half of it. That's a ½ inch, not a quarter. All right, so let's go ahead and lock our X and try our Y.
50. Does that look right? We look like right on the corner. We are right on the corner. All right. Set our dials back to 0. And we're going to move in 1/4 of an inch. The holes are 1/4 off the side and 1/4 from the end, so another 250, another 250, and we should be lined up on the first hole. Grab a drill bit since I forgot to. Since we put a stop in place back here, we should be able to just flip the part around now and get the other corner. Across, and let's see, I need to double check my measurements on that. Should be moving across two inches. All right. Set 0 here again so I can keep count. And we got 250, half, 1/4, an inch, 1/4, a half, 1/4, and an inch. And I missed it somewhere. All right. Let's see. Is that? It's 2 inches. Apparently I can't count. those center holes, and for that we're going to have to move it back out here so I'm not drilling into my parallels. Okay. All right. Okay, that's one down. We should have drilled this one while we still had our stop set. Anyway, this one's going to be the same plan as the last one. This is one I did earlier, and we'll pick it back up later.
Okay, so that concludes the shooting for tonight. That's all I had time to get done, and I actually am not up to do it anymore. So we'll pick it up again soon. Thank you.